Hi lovely Pisces, this is your December 2023 reading. I'm going to start with a shadow card. I've done this for every sign so far because I feel like there's something about this turn of the year point between 2023 and 2024 and Scorpio season and the eclipses that we had in October season, October month even. It just feels, Pisces, like there are certain things we don't want to take with us into 2024. So just in case, because as Pisces, we do have a reputation for leaving things to the last minute. And you know, so it's probably not been first on our list to deal with these things. Okay, so I just want to have a look. Okay, that's a very interesting shadow card at what we need to not take with us first before we look at what's coming up in our love life and destiny. Okay, we get the King of Wands as our first shadow card. For more than one or two of you, there's a group of you where there is a person who you may be a little stuck to or stuck on or stuck with. This usually, if you get a shadow card for the King of Wands, is somebody who is quite alpha, quite out there, quite gregarious, quite confident. Many Pisceans are empaths and can be very drawn to big personality people or people with a lot of inner charisma. This is something you might need to deal with and decide which side of the fence you're on before we go into the next year, okay? For others of you, there is no answer to this yet. It's just good for you sometimes to flag up, this is happening and it will actually need to be dealt with. It's just started to torrentially rain, Pisces. What does that mean? You tell me in the comments section. So then we have the Page of Cups, and this is about love. And it's about offers, and it's about, with the page, apologies, love, offers, someone paying it forward. How much is coming your way? What are they bringing to the table? Pisces is the sign of unconditional love. And while that works for children and animals in relationships, it can make us the martyr, okay? And also, like I said, we can be attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable or who discard people. One of you is like, yes. I'm just going to take a third card, actually. Good. Two of Pentacles, the card of needing a shake-up. Pisces generally doesn't like a shake-up. We're not the shake-up kind. We like things to kind of bob along. You know, they may change, but they can kind of change in this slow, fast, we're not really noticing way. This is Two of Pentacles, which is you actively doing something about a situation. My camera's in the wrong place. Okay, so there is a need to take some practical action. There is a need for some of us to deal with a lover that has become a nemesis or a person that has become overpowering. So that King of Wands could also be your boss. It could be someone in your family. Very often with Pisces, again, people try to overpower you, and Pisces hasn't got a lot of ego or identity. You're the 12th sign of the zodiac. Your identity is melded out of all the other 11 signs. So you don't particularly care if people try to meld your identity, but at the same time, it can get to a point where there's none of you left. Comment in the comment section if that is you. Right, I'm going to take some cards. I'm going to show you the cards as well for what's coming in December. Okay, we know what we're dealing with. We've got our shadow at the top. We know that we need to be good and we need to deal with it and we need to be brave and we need to be strong, blah, 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 Pisces. Now, it's party time. We've got the Three of Cups, so that's good. Oh, yes. I was kind of hoping you would get this one too. Okay. So this is for you, by the way, if you're a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watching for a Pisces, or just looking for a Pilates video and you're like, who's this woman? there could be a message here for you, okay? If it really, really resonates, there's always an extended reading, and it is the first link in the description box. When I finish this reading, I go on and do an extended reading. I channel messages from your person. It's a love reading, and it focuses entirely on love, okay? We're still going to be looking at love in this reading too, because it's already out there on the table. So we had the Page of Cups, and I felt that card was quite significant to a lot of you. Excuse me. Now, I'm very glad to say that the Page of Cups turns up in all his full glory and with his wolf cut. Look at that. Looking smooth. He's got a goblet, he's got his sort of Ugg boots, he's got a wolf cut. Looking hot, okay? Well, kind of. You also get the Three of Cups, which is a card of friendship, celebration. It is holiday season. And Pisces, if you can actually get yourself to the party, you generally love it because you're good at being around people, you're good at mixing socially. Even though all of us are really introverted as Pisceans, we are also, at times, we can live off the room. Let me know if this is you in the comments section from one Pisces to another, because I'd love to know. I find that if I go out to a do, I'm like, I never want to go. And then I get there and the whole party atmosphere, if it's good, just rubs off on me, and I can become like the most gregarious person in the whole room until the end of it, when I literally slink off as if I've got my pumpkin carriage waiting, and I get home and it's the elasticated trousers, pint of ice cream, slippers and a pet animal, you know what I mean? That's it. You're back in your cave. So, get out of your cave this holiday season. If you're single, it looks like there's offers on the table. There's people around. It's nice. Sometimes things are just nice. I would say from about 16th of December onwards, there'll be parties to go to, holidays, people in town that aren't normally there. People come home for the holidays and the population slightly changes. This suits Pisces on many levels. Also, you may find here with the Three of Cups, an old friend gets in touch, and this also happens around holiday season anyway, and maybe says sorry for something that happened in the past. And that's nice. You can lay down the gauntlet, you can mend something that needed to be mended. That's nice. I love that energy. Page of Cups is also being asked out on a date. It's somebody talking to you on, what was I going to call it? Internet dating. Pisces fall into different camps on internet dating. Some love it, some hate it. I understand that. It is a jungle out there, but it's a jungle everywhere at the moment. So if you're single, looking to mingle, whack on that diamante thong and off you go, Pisces. Yes. And put a tiara on as well. We love a tiara. I have a collection in a velvet bag in my drawer. Yes. Okay. What else do we need to know, please? Nice. About December. I've got the Empress coming in. Divine feminine energy, Pisces. Oh, get you. You get the Star as well. Okay. When you look at these cards, Empress and the Star, these are the big hitters of feminine energy, okay? The Empress represents the mother, but also represents Venus, all four of the queens put together, and it represents you, because Pisces isn't normally big on sorting things out. We talked about that in the beginning. Now, there's no need for you to go around sort of shouting at anyone or throwing around what your boundaries are or getting, uncharacteristically hot under the collar. You do it as the Empress does it. And that is with grace and without really leaving your throne. That's very Piscean, okay? You need to be comfortable in your feminine energy. This means, Pisces, you will receive as well, because somebody I'm getting in this reading, and I suppose this is a part of your love reading, somebody seems to want to give you something, And it's whether you want to be in receiving mode. And even if you don't want it from this person, whatever it is, it's being still in receiving mode for everything. So that when something good comes along that you want, you're open, you're ready, you're there. Now the star comes in, and we love the star because the star is all about manifesting, and Pisces, you're one of the best manifestors of the zodiac, if not the best. One of your rulers, the more modern ruler, is Neptune. And Neptune rules things like advertising and lighting, but it also rules things like dreams and magic. And the other planet that you're ruled by, Pisces, is Jupiter, and Jupiter is lucky. So what is it that you want? And when you're looking around for this, look at the shadow of what you don't want as well. Now, when you're manifesting, you don't want to always be concentrating the whole time on what you don't want, but start with what you don't want, work to what you do want, and stick with that, okay? So I think for a lot of you, you want to be receiving, not just giving the whole time, because it's very natural, like I said, for people to be drawn to Pisces and then plug their, receptor in and just drain your entire battery. Like, thanks very much, And to be honest, we are our own worst enemies. We tend to say, just a minute, let me find the PowerPoint so you can plug it in. I'll help you drain my battery. This will be stopping in 2024. It's a strong start. It's a feminine start. And have your dream of what you want ready. Whether it's, you start your own business, whether it's that you get married, whether it's that you get divorced, whatever it is, have it in mind exactly what you want in Technicolor. Dream about it, do vision boards about it, journal, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces all the way. This is what Pisces does, okay? I find sometimes, and this is, go through drawers because I'm a messy Pisces, go through drawers and I find things where I've written down what I wanted to manifest. And honestly, 9 out of the 10 things I've manifested and gone way beyond. I've even forgotten I ever asked. So Pisces, this is really important. If you're not already up on manifesting, get boned up on manifesting. There's loads and loads of videos on YouTube about it, okay? The star is, what do you want, says the universe. Just align your energy with it, align your heart with it, and it will be yours. Yeehaw. And there's some debate, Pisces, whether you can manifest a specific person. I think you can. I know you can, actually. It doesn't always mean you should. That's the thing. You can do it if you want to. Pisces can manifest anything, honestly. But sometimes you go all out because you want something and it doesn't turn out with the results that you wanted, but you do get what you want, So I think it's a case of also be careful what you wish for, but also don't set the bar too low. Some of you might also be involved with an Aquarius here as well. That's worth bearing in mind. 7 of Swords, Pisces. I know what this is about, actually. Right. Ooh, King of Wands. Oh my God. You're almost getting like the shadow reading and then the colour reading. King of Wands. Right. A small number of you are dealing with somebody who is slithering around in some way. The King of Wands is a great person. Okay, I love the King of Wands. He's fun, he's funny, he can dance, he's attractive, he's outgoing, he's got loads of charisma. But he did come up as a shadow card, and I did very easily read that as a warning to some of you that somebody may not be a fit for you. And this is important. And you will know this because you are 2 fish swimming in a different direction, okay? So you can know that somebody is not good for you and still be with that person at the same time and be thinking it through from both angles. There's nothing, untoward about that. For a few of you, you've got to look to how you feel when you're with this person, what's going on with your energy. For the majority of you, though, this card, the Seven of Swords, is about you keeping a very low profile about what you're doing. Don't tell people what you're manifesting. Don't tell people your secrets. The Seven of Swords isn't always the sneaky beaky, someone's, doing something wrong thief card. Sometimes it's telling you need to be tougher on your boundaries, tougher on what you say and what you don't say. Pisces very often shares everything. You just tell everybody everything. You want to help or you want to say, it's an exchange. Like I said, you're not big on ego, you're not big on boundaries. It's just not a Pisces thing. But as we're going into 2024, play your cards close to your chest. Okay, whether that's in romance or business. Let's have a look at your love life. I also feel that 2024 is a good time for any Pisces that wants to turn a hobby into a business. Magic or manifesting, tarot reading, many tarot readers, me being one of them, are Piscean. Okay, let's see what we've got going on for your love life. Let's just do that. Just do that a bit. Right, we get the 10 of Pentacles. That's nice. When you get the 10 of Pentacles, Pisces, it's definitely saying to you that this is a realistic future with somebody. It's what I call the meat and potatoes love card. It's not the 10 of Cups where you're like, yes, unicorns and glitter and love and pots of gold and it'll last forever. That's kind of a bit more limerent. 10 of Pentacles is more what my friend used to call wet tights on the radiator. Being with somebody, sharing a front door, doing a wash together, cooking food together, being compatible, building your empire together, building your homestead, building something. It's a serious love card. It's the real thing, but it's very, very down to earth. Now, Pisces, we can always keep an eye on our Neptunian side, which makes us very prone to romance, but also to a load of BS that somebody might feed you. It's just a Pisces thing, and I'm very glad to see this card. Okay. King of Pentacles. This is fabulous. The King of Pentacles is reliable, practical, has a knob, a bob, and a job, as my mum would say. This often, Pisces is the broken bird sign. And leave me a comment if this rings a bell with you, where you sort of collect people who are broken and then become fascinated by fixing them back together. In your love life, this really backfires. You get to a certain age and you think, what do I have to show for it? And I know that this is not the way that it would be seen in terms of unconditional, but you know what? A lot of it is to do with whether you can eat dinner with somebody, whether you can cook, whether you can shop, whether you can talk, whether you can do nothing when it's boring, whether you can be bored but happy with somebody in a nice, happy, boring, comfortable way. Because the alternative, which is perfectly fine if you're up for it, is that roller coaster that some of you have had with this King of Wands, maybe in the past, maybe still are. We're very, very prone. It's like, strap me in, I'll get on that roller coaster. And then very depleted. Some of you are feeling tired, just worn out. Pisces can get very somatically depleted in their body when spiritually they're being depleted by others. This guy, far from being depleting, wants to give, wants to add value. And after all, a relationship is two people adding value to something, to create something between them. Not in the beginning with you put the phone down first and, you know, snap your knicker elastic at 10 paces and all that stuff. That's all very good. But when it all shakes down, do you really get on? This is what we're asking here. King of Pentacles is somebody who's coming up, who wants to offer you something solid. Now, you may not want it. I'm not saying you're going to want it, but it's in the offing and I like that. Ace of Swords. Ah, gosh. Right, there'll be a big decision to make. This may not happen until around January, February time. I don't know why. The Ace of Swords is when you get sheer and absolute knowledge of something. It's like an epiphany, like swing, now I know. The Tower, and of course what is most beautiful about this is you have the Tower and you have the star above it. Now, when you get the Tower, the only card that can really soothe it is the star. So it's a great, great card to get. It's a feeling of needing this much disruption to get you out of the rut that you've been in 2023. How that disruption comes is in many different ways. Anything that isn't solid, that isn't adding value. For once, Pisces, and I feel it's because Saturn's been in Pisces for a few months, nearly a year, I don't even know how long. And what that does for us is it makes us think about our bottom line. You know, it makes us think, are we depleting ourselves? What is this person doing for me? Is this a mutual reciprocity between us? The Tower comes as a shake-up of sorts. It's coming to test us. It's coming to test a relationship. It's coming to test your equilibrium. Let's get a couple of outcome cards and a love card for you. Just thinking where they are. I can see them on there actually. In the extended reading, I think I'm going to do a whole new love reading about this with different cards. Wow. Okay, that looks good. Let me just move my box, as the actress said to the bishop. You know, Pisces, in sort of the last half of 2023, fire has come up a lot for a lot of signs that aren't fire signs. You've got the Tower, which lights the Ace of Wands, okay, which is your personal power stick, which is not your normal personality. When you combine that with the Ace of Swords, you're pretty unstoppable. You know what you want, you're going to go out and get it. And the Seven of Wands, you're going to stand by your beds and defend it. Okay, this is your boundary card, this is your divaship card, this is you getting really, really feisty. And it also comes up with the Seven of Cups, which says all along the way, there are going to be pitfalls of fantasy, Pisces, because we're a Pisces. And that's what we do, okay? So you've got to look out all along the way for any pitfalls of fantasy, future talking. But what I think, Pisces, is this offer here, this page, where we've got it in the shadow, but then we get it in real life. I think in the past there's been somebody who acted like they wanted it, or almost what I'm getting channeled is mimed it, but didn't really embody it, didn't back it up, didn't show up. And now that somebody does, I don't know if it's the same person or somebody else. Okay, so because of YouTube, I'm going to have to put my hand over that bit. So we get sensuality as our card, okay? Now, we have all this fire with the Ace of Wands. I'm not surprised. You know what you want. This could be a very, very passionate connection. which is great, but at the same time, you can't let that knock you off your perch. You still have to keep your feet on the ground and keep that wet tights on the radiator thought, the meat and drink, meat and potatoes, tea on the table, nice times, being quiet, watching telly together, all the stuff that long-term relationship boils down to. And the other card you get, rather brilliantly, is serendipity. That is gorgeous. That's just freebie of luck. Pisces has more than their fair share of serendipity, actually. That's your Jupiter. So just enjoy that. That's kind of swimming into you as we turn from 23 into 24. Your power and your destiny is in your hands, Pisces. It's a nice place to be. It's a scary place to be, but you've got this. I'm going to go do your extended. I'm going to do you a whole love reading with a different deck of cards. We're channeling messages from your person. How do they feel about you? All of that good stuff. So if that's for you, it's the first link in the description box. Otherwise, leave me a comment. I read all my comments and I try to reply to as many as I can. And I'll see you soon, lovely fishies. Namaste.